So there's parts to be cleaned up while I'm waiting for the oil pump to arrive. And I've decided to use the header from 2K. At a glance, this appears to be the nicest looking header, although now that it's off the bike and seeing it a little closer, it's not as nice as new. However, like I stated before, the shield's in good shape, isn't all dented up, has almost all its paint, and almost all the paint is on the header. Unfortunately, these headers are really tough to keep clean, but you really need to clean this off after each ride or every so often. Otherwise it becomes heated and caked on so much that it's very tough to get off. We're going to see what we can do today to get that off. I've cleaned up headers before where I basically took all the paint off. If I have a non-abrasive 3M pad as opposed to the green ones, this here should not scratch it. I'm going to use simple green to try to take some of this off of here. See if we can get a start on it. Nylon brush. When the header's on the bike, it's extremely hard to get in. Essentially impossible to get in on some of these spots. Right here I'm working on now. That's the thing about getting out on your dirt bike. After the fun is done, there's cleanup needed. It's my contention that your street bike, dirt bike, doesn't matter. You need to clean it up really good every 10 years. Go through it all. Well, let's try this pad. I also have some hot water available here. Not sure if that's going to be beneficial or not. See how this does right here. The header that's on the Decommissioned 91 is a pretty good header, but it's got its share of dirt. It was my best header, but I believe this one is better even. This may take some kind of soaking or alternative chemicals or something. Like I say, this is not easy to get off of here once you heat treat it. Carefully scraping the deep crusted dirt off without damaging the paint. You know, and I'm not expecting this to come back to brand new, but get the crusted dirt off it and clean it up as best it can be, and the rest of it will just look like battle wounds, which they're all gonna have some battle wounds. See, this is what I mean by the crusted stuff. I might have to carefully scrape at that. Essentially, it's not coming off right there. Too thick. Previously, I've used the wire brush, the wire wheel, and like I say, that damages the paint, so you don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to regroup on this here. Take a look at that. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, if you've got something you want to scrape at but you don't want to damage it, I use something like a popsicle stick to try to scrape that off of there without creating a scratch. Let's see if that can be done. It is really on there, but that does get to the bottom of it. See that right there? See that? Took it right down without scratching it. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off and do a little detail work on this. So I've gone over the whole header with a popsicle stick. It's a little hard to get down in places like this. And essentially, it's stained. But I have all the crusted dirt off. Like here's a stain area in a high heat area. That's the the hottest part right there, it burns it off and it tends to stick here. I've gone over the whole thing, and yeah, there is stains, but I'd rather stick with this, the original paint job, than go painting it. The wooden popsicle stick took off all the crusty stuff, and the 3M pad doesn't even touch it. It's not abrasive enough. But I mean, it's just hard to get these stains off. Even going over that with a popsicle stick, they didn't come off. I thought I had an extra set of these insulating washers and the little bolts, but I don't. So I'm going to have to try to clean these up and use them. I had an extra set of these brand new. I think I must have used them elsewhere. Either that or I put them away somewhere and I can't figure out where it is. Okay, there you go. That's the header I'm going to use on 2K. It's been cleaned up pretty good. It's a used bike. Putting this together out of used parts, and that's what we've got.